Hi, my name is Corey Gerard, and I have another interesting topic for discussion this fine evening. And this such discussion involves the people that say they do not believe in God. And if you know me, I intend to rectify that most unfortunate by turning those people which were non-believers into believers. Okay, there are some people that say they do not believe in God because those events involving Jesus Christ took place thousands of years ago. And those such non-believers would claim that, hey, since I wasn't around to verify his existence, I'm not going to believe in him at all. Well, I would quite simply say that those same people that said that they do not believe in Christ because they were not around to actually touch Christ and see him and verify him with the other sensories, that they're not going to believe in him at all. But they would say, I do believe in Queen Cleopatra, Julius Caesar, and the great philosopher Aristotle. And I would ask those people, why is that? Because you were not around to verify Julius Caesar, Queen Cleopatra, and Aristotle's existence either. Yes, so that is something to think about. And when that happens, it's a case of being selective in who you would choose to believe in and who you wouldn't believe in. Okay. Another reason that those same people say that they do not believe in God is because they cannot trust the written documentation based on any established religion. Yes, those non-believers would say, hey, how do you know that those people that wrote or written all that stuff down didn't lie? So how do you trust it? So to me, that stating as a non-believer would state, they would say, hey, I don't believe in that particular written text because it's just another form of documentation. But I'm a believer. I believe in such written text because I'm like, logically, why would all those people just lie and make up something that ain't true? Because we're talking about millions upon millions of people that carried through the messages through the years, which were positive. And not many people are not going to logically adapt something, believe in it, and apply it if it sounds ludicrous, idiotic, and stupid. And another thing, like, people will go to the library, which has a non-fiction section and a fiction section, and then they would pick up many non-fiction books, but they would believe in those type of books involving stories that took place hundreds and thousands of years ago. But they won't believe in religious texts that were written around that time and about that time. So why is that? It's like, why would you believe stories that took place 5,000 years ago, 4,000 years ago, and 3,000 years ago before Jesus Christ or any of the other prophets walked the earth or were even born? Yes, that's something to think about too. On the real, people tend to be selective in what they would choose to believe in or not. And another thing, or another reason why people would say they don't believe in God is because, hey, they would say it's just some stories that people made up about Jesus Christ. They were like, Jesus Christ didn't exist. A whole bunch of people just got together and decided to make those stories up to control the population. Okay, that is an intriguing theory, but why would an evil, corrupt, dominating governmental system decide to take up a story and pass it along all over the world about a person that did miraculous good things such as feeding people, healing people, teaching people, and resurrecting those that were in need? Yes, when you find you have an evil, controlling governmental system, they do not say good things about people, and they're not going to make up a story about someone that will inspire millions of people around the world, because it wouldn't make sense. It's more likely that whoever was in charge at that time would want to take away every trace of hope from the people by not spreading such a story like that around. So logically, it seems true that Jesus Christ is real and was real, as well as he had done all of those amazing, incredible things. Because, hey, we all know gossipers here and now that get on the phone and talk about people and call and then say all types of bad things about people. But those gossipers rarely would spread good messages about people. Now, why is that? Like, people tend to do that in general, and they do it now, so you know that they probably did it hundreds or thousands of years ago. Yeah, people. And at that time, the Roman Empire was in control of much of the known world at the time of Christ's birth. So they're just going to decide to, hey, we're going to make up that story and spread it all over the place to inspire legions and legions of people to rise up and revolt against us. I know people would say that, well, the Jews started that story and not the Romans. They would debate me and say that. But what about all the Romans and Italians that eventually converted to Christianity? What about that? Like, eventually, those Roman-controlled territories became Christian. Well, that is something to consider, and hopefully I've turned a lot of non-believers of God into believers of God, rather.